It has been over 1 year since the Taliban takeover, and once again it has lived up to an old saying, new soap, old scent. The group returned 20 years later to power, but its policies are from its past era. Taliban has clamped down on all forms of public entertainment. However, cricket stands out like a glimmer of hope, a last sign of social normalcy.
The Afghans have been reliving the past, one deja vu moment after another. The country is known as a graveyard of empires for a reason. They came for politics and power, but every departure left more miseries for the people. Their tall claims and a vow to preserve the Afghan identity means nothing to the people now. A Taliban 2.0 was promised on August 15, 2021. But over a year later, the group has shamelessly shied away from its word. Afghans have been robbed of a normal life. The Taliban has specifically clamped down on public entertainment of almost all forms. But there's one aspect that is still living in the shadows of Kabul: the men's cricket. It is one of the few pastimes accepted and seemingly closely followed. Cricket was largely unknown in Afghanistan until the early 2000s. But the sport has since exploded when it was brought back to the country from Pakistan by Afghan refugees, like current-day stars Rashid Khan and Captain Mohammed Nabi. This is the Chaman-e-Huzuri Park in Kabul. The Friday ritual is simple: stark rocks for stumps, tape postal tubes for bats, and soon men and boys of all ages gather around like swamps. It is inspired by the players in the national side competing at the T20 World Cup in Australia off the pitch.
This place is very important to us. We started from this dusty ground. This dust has given many stars to Afghanistan. It was this place, this dust, where we used to play every morning and evening. All the players of the national team have at least played here at one time.
The issues are in abundance. Money and access are the biggest ones. Sponsors have been pulling out. The cash-strapped cricket board has their hands tied amid the sanctions imposed on the Taliban. In some instances, the International Cricket Council has made payments on behalf of the ACB. Afghanistan remains a strict no-go zone for international teams. The team has been forced to make the UAE and India its home base.
For cricket, there's not been too many challenges so far, given the upheaval over the past year. Cricket is still loved by everyone, young and old, and they are trying to support it in whatever way they can. Yes, financial challenges may be there, but I'm sure that the cricket board will find a solution for that.
But despite all these complications, cricket has continued to exist, at least for the men. The hardline regime has shown no tolerance for the women's game. Many of Afghanistan's elite women cricketers have even fled the country. The uncertainty over the women's game also threatens the national men's team. Funding from big bodies and participation in international competitions are tied to the growth of both men's and women's cricket. Afghanistan's economy is on life support. And like most things, it will take time for the dust to settle around cricket. The hopes are high among the youth and the standing pillars of the sport. Despite the year Afghanistan has had, there will be hordes of passionate cricket lovers getting behind their team, hoping for just this.
I want to become a fast bowler like Farooqi for the Afghanistan team.
There are a lot of players below the national level and a lot of potential exists, but unfortunately they are not given the chance. Less has been done for the development of domestic cricket.
The world might have forgotten Afghanistan, but the people are trying to build their own way of normalcy. The journey began empires ago, but will hopefully end soon. South Asia Bureau, WION, World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.